Welcome everyone. Happy New Year to you all. We are meeting first time in this year 2021, and as you are knowing, this is the biology class and this is the for class 9th chapter going on is the natural resources and today we will study about water. Dear students, water is one of the basic requirement of life and it is a natural resource. Water is inexhaustible natural resource and it is occur in liquid form between the temperature 0 degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius. Okay, so you can summarize that natural resource, it is a natural resource. Second thing, liquid between 0 to 100 degree Celsius, inexhaustible. Besides this other properties also you can add, like it is the odorless, colorless, okay, tasteless, etc. So dear students, because of being one of the basic natural resource, it is very important for the survival of life. For us, the water is required for drinking, cooking, washing, cleaning, many purposes for us. Besides this, it is also required for irrigation in agriculture as well as navigation, this is also a major required resource for the industries. So there are many uses of water. Water required for many purposes. These are, dear students, besides this, water play a vital role in metabolic activities that occur in the body of each and every living organism. This metabolic activities, this water, because of being a universal solvent, it provides a medium for the metabolic chemical reactions to occur. These metabolic chemical reactions require many substances, and those substances are also become available from the water. They are present in the water in dissolved form. Besides this, the water is also helpful for transportation of materials in the body from one place to another. Any organism need to maintain a proper level of water in its body in order to survive. That is, water is essential for living. It is a question also given in how water play a vital role in organism's body. So your answer is, the water is a universal solvent. It provides a medium for all metabolic reactions that occur in the organism's body inside the cell, and substances that are required to complete the metabolic reactions, chemical reactions, they are also become available from the water because they are present in the water in dissolved form. Besides this, it is also helpful, means water is also helpful for the transportation of materials to and fro in the body from one place to another. Okay, excretion and many other. These all are the different types of activities. So a living organism need to maintain the proper level of water in its body in order to survive. In this way, water play a vital role for the living organisms. Dear students, maybe perhaps you are knowing, but it is a surprising thing that whole water that is available on the earth, 97.5% of the water is available in ocean and seas, and this is in the form of saline water. This saline water is of no use. Okay. Remaining, this huge amount of water is locked in the seas and oceans and is of no use. Okay, not usable. Remaining 2.5%. This remaining 2.5% is fresh water. It is not saline, usable water. But is it available? Out of this 2.5%, about 2% of water is in the frozen form. Frozen form. Where it is in frozen form? Like the ice caps at two poles, and in the form of snow covered mountains. So this is the major distribution of water. Remaining 0.5 to 0.6% of water is available to use. This is the available water for us. Okay. Out of this 0.5% of the available water, only how it is distributed? So out of this 0.5 to 0.6% of water, 90% of this is in the form of groundwater below the ground. Groundwater. And remaining 10% is in the form of surface water. Surface water like ponds, rivers, springs, lakes, and others. So this is the surface water. This is the 10% of this available water. So you can imagine how less amount of water is available to use, or how less amount of water we are able to use, because you are knowing that the surface water are mostly polluted already. So we need to take care about this water. Now, availability of water also play a role in the sustainability of life. Wherever the water is available, there will be the more number of each type of species, whether they are plants or animals, and that is called the population. It means the availability of water is also play an important role in diversity in living forms like organisms. Means wherever there will be the water, the population of the living organisms will be centered at that particular place. Now the question arises, from where this water comes? And you people are knowing that water come on the earth, and the only source is the rain. Okay. So how this rainwater distributed at different locations. In short, we will know it. So rainwater is the only source of fresh water on the earth. And this rainwater, when falls on the earth, majority of the water is lost, wasted in the form of surface runoff. Surface runoff. This surface runoff is go to the river, low-lying water bodies, and finally they meet to the ocean and become locked there in unusable form. Okay. Some amount of water is also waste by evaporation. By evaporation in atmosphere. Okay. Some water percolate. Percolation, you are knowing, you studied in your previous class. Percolates, some amount of water percolates into the ground by gravity. Percolates to the ground by passing the different layers of the earth, different layers of the soil, it meets to the water table. You are knowing the water is collected over the aquifers. Aquifers are the impervious rocks. So water is collected there, that water, and the upper surface of the water is called water table. So this percolated water through different layers of the soil meet to the groundwater. Okay. And from here we will drag it out for our use. Okay. Some amount of water is situated around a film, a thin film of water around soil particle, in the form of a thin film, soil particles, and this water is not available for the plants, and it is called the hygroscopic water. Hygroscopic water. Okay. Some amount of water is present or locked between the spaces in soil particles, and that water is called capillary water. Capillary water, that is between the spaces, and this capillary water is available for plants against gravity. Okay, plants. Okay, plants. Film related remain there. Then this is available for the plants. Some amount of water is also combined with the minerals present in the soil. Okay, and that is also not available for the plants, and that is called the combined water. Okay, so that is called the combined water. So in this way water is distributed, and this groundwater distribution is uneven in different areas. Once it is already very less, and this availability is also uneven, that creating a major problem. That's why this chapter is very important for us to study. Okay, so this is the introductory video. You should watch it if you want again and again. Okay, and later on we will start the new topic, that is the rainwater harvesting, later on water pollution, and afterward harmful effect of water pollution. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day, and thank you for watching.